Hare Krishna. Om Gyantimirantya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. So we will continue our discussion. We'll see what Lord Shiva wanted to share with us. There are so many wonderful things to share because he's one of the Mahajans. He knows what is good and important for us. So we'll just see. Even the just going back to the translation itself is very huge. There's so many things to share. But 2-3 things we will take in the end so that we'll see. Yeah, he gives instruction, my dear sons of king, just execute your occupational duty as king with a pure heart. Just chant this prayer, fixing your mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. That will bring you all good fortune. For the Lord will be very much pleased with you. So he is instructing them to execute the duty. This is very important to understand. We are all having psychophysical nature and we have to engage ourselves according to that psychophysical nature. This is very important. Even when we are doing devotional service also, we should do services which are matching our psychophysical nature, which will help us to concentrate. Because mind needs concentration and concentration is possible when we go according to our nature. And that is the formula. Shreyam Swadharmo Viganaha. This is applicable, like say, if a devotee he is Brahmanical, if you give him Kshatriya or Vaishya services, he will not be satisfied. He cannot focus on Krishna. He will be always disturbed. Like somebody, I ask some devotees, you give class. They'll become really tense. They say, no, I cannot give class. But you tell them to do some other services, they are very happy. And somebody you tell service, they will be difficult. You say, tell them give class, they say, yeah, it is easy. So the point is, we have to engage according to our nature. Then we'll be satisfied. Then we'll be able to get absorption in the service. We'll be able to focus in the service. And in that way, to remember Krishna also becomes easy for us. Even scientists and all, they who are like very big scientists, they also enter into a stage of samadhi. That is also samadhi only. But their samadhi is in something matter. Let's say they are not making much, but they are experiencing great amount of bliss. That we have to accept. Anybody get absorbed in their service, they get so much pleasure in it. That is the system that is given. So absorption of mind is actually what gives pleasure, no matter whoever he is. So this is important to understand. Like wherever he is, it need not be a devotee only. Other people also, if they are absorbed, let's say they are happy in doing their activities. Of course, they do sense gratification also, but they say we are happy, and the system is made like that. Mind gets absorption of mind gives pleasure. This is the system. So when the mind, if it is distracted, it is painful. But it is focused, it is very happy. That happiness is in mode of goodness. So this is happiness in goodness. Now, presently, people are watching the reels. You see, people are just scrolling onto the reels. This is happiness. This is just agitation of mind, and that is not real happiness. That is actually very painful. People don't understand that. They think, oh, we are enjoying, but that is not the way to enjoy. You focus on certain thing. and you try to get the pleasure. That is real enjoyment. So here, even here, the same thing is said. You execute your occupational duty as a king with a pure heart, and that means pure heart means no selfish motives. Just chant this prayer, fixing your mind on the lotus feet of Lord. Because now mind become pure, it is easy to fix it on a particular thing. Like somebody we say na, somebody who is responsible in a material field will be responsible in spiritual life also, because for him to focus is very easy. Person responsible means he is very focused. It is easy for them. So here the prayers offered by Lord Shiva are very authoritative and significant. Simply by offering prayers to Supreme Lord, one can become perfect even though engaged in his occupational duty. The real purpose of life is to become a devotee of the Lord. It does not matter where one is situated, whether one is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, American, Englishman, Indian, etc. One can execute devotional service anywhere and everywhere in the material existence simply by offering prayers unto the Supreme Lord. And this is what chanting of Hare Krishna we can achieve this. So Brahma is also praying. Jnane prayasudapasya namanta eva jivanti sanmukaritam bhavadiyavata Stane stita satigatam tanuvan manobhir yah prayaso jito api aistri lokam. He says that we will be able to achieve the Lord, who is Ajita, can be Jita, conquered. When we start Stane stita, we just get absorbed in chanting his glories. That's all. So that is the formula that is given. Absorption of the mind is the most important thing. Whether my life is successful or not, how do we know whether my life is successful? How much we are able to focus. That is the degree we are successful. The degree we are able to focus. So tamevasmanam atmastam sarvabhuteshu avasthitam pujyadvam ghanatascha dhyayantascha asya kridharim. Therefore, O son of the king, the supreme Lord Hari is situated in everyone's heart. He is also within your hearts. Therefore, chant the glories of the Lord and always meditate upon him continuously. And this is the Shiva is telling that Lord is there in our heart. So you meditate, he is there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Kirtaniya Sadahari. The holy name of Lord should be chanted 24 hours daily. Therefore, in this Krishna conscious moment, we request the devotees to chant at least 16 rounds on their beads. Actually, one has to chant 24 hours daily, just like Haridas Thakur, who was chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra 300,000 times daily. Indeed, he has no other business. Some of the Goswamis, like Raghunath Das Goswami, were also chanting very rigidly and also offering obeisances very rigidly. Sankhya Purvaka Nama Ganativi. So the word Sankhya Purvaka means maintaining a numerical strength. Not only Raghunath Das Goswami chanting the holy name of Lord, but also offering obeisances in the same prolific number. Because the princes were ready to enter into some severe austerity in order to worship the Lord, Shiva advised them to constantly chant of and meditate upon the Supreme Lord. So it's not just austerity, they have to chant also. It is significant that Lord Shiva personally offered his prayers to Supreme Lord just as he was taught by his father Lord Brahma. Similarly, he was also preaching to the princes according to the Parampara system. One not only should practice the instructions received from the spiritual master, but should also distribute this knowledge to one's disciples. The word Atmanam Atmastam Sarvabhuteshu Avasthitam are also significant. The personality of Godhead is the origin of all living entities. Because the living entities are part and parcel of the Lord, He is the father of all of them. One can search out the Supreme Lord very easily within one's heart. or is situated in every living entity's heart. So is there in our heart also. In this verse, the process of worshipping the Lord is considered to be very easy and complete. What one had to do, for anyone can sit down anywhere and in any condition of life and simply chant the holy names. By chanting and hearing, one automatically engage in meditation. So the formula is very simple. योगादेशम् उपासाद्य धारयन्तो मुनिर्व्रता समाहितधियः सर्वा एतत् अभ्यसता. My dear princess, in the form of prayers, I have delineated the yoga system of chanting the holy name. All of you should take this important sutra within your minds and promise to keep it in order to become great sages. By acting silently like great sages and by giving attention and reverence, you should practice this method. Now we can ask, why did Lord Shiva not give Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Why did he give such a big prayer? And we cannot even remember one shloka easily. What to speak of reciting them? So here, because that is different age and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not there. So the potency is invested by Lord Chaitanya and the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And that's why you have to chant different mantras. Dhruva was given Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya by Narada Muni, and Shiva is giving Rudra Gita for the Prachetas, and different personalities like Swayambhu Manu is reciting Ishopanishad, Om Purnamadah Purnama. So everybody is having a different way to access the Lord. So it's not only one way. There are many ways you can access. Ultimately, you can access. Why Hare Krishna Mahamantra? You want to enter into the spiritual realm of Goloka, that too in a Parakiya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa. Then only it is possible. And Shiva cannot give it. Only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give, right? Other personality. Now, here what Prabhupada is doing, he is telling chant Hare Krishna. In the previous purport, he is telling, yeah, chant Hare Krishna. Why? He is not telling you chant Rudra Gita. In Rudra Gita purports also, Prabhupada is telling you chant Hare Krishna only. Because we are aspiring for different rasa. Now, Shiva's relationship with Krishna is different. So, based on his relationship, he is offering prayers. So, and if I want to develop that type of relationship, then this prayers will help of Rudra Gita. Of course, that is not something very small. We should also chant Rudra Gita. But for us, more important is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu formula. So, in the Hatha Yoga system, one has to practice bodily exercise, dhyana, dharana, asana, meditation, etc. One also has to sit in one place in a particular posture and concentrate his gaze on the tip of the nose. There are so many rules and regulations for Hatha Yoga system, it is practically impossible to perform it in this age. The alternative system is Bhakti Yoga. It is very easy, not only in this age, but in others as well. But this yoga system was advocated long ago by Lord Shiva when he advised the princes, the sons of Maharaj Prachini Parshad. The Bhakti Yoga system is not newly introduced. For even 5,000 years ago, Lord Krishna recommended Bhakti Yoga as a topmost. Yoginamapi sarvesha madgatena antara. So Krishna also recommended. The topmost yoga is yogi is he who constantly think of Krishna within himself. So we are saying Bhakti Yoga, when our yoga will become Bhakti, when we start thinking about Krishna, then only it is Bhakti Yoga. I completed my chanting, I completed my hearing, I completed my reading. That is there, but ultimately it should help us to think about Krishna. If it is not happening, then there is something we are not doing correct. So the word Muni Brata is significant in this regard because those who are interested in advancing in spiritual life must be silent. Very important. Silence means talking only Krishna Katha. This is the silence of Ambarish Maharaj. Savai Manah Krishna Padaravindayo Vachansi Vaikunta Gunanuvarnane. So the silence that was maintained by Ambarish Maharaj is always speaking about Krishna. So Prabhupada, we should either talk of Krishna or chant Hare Krishna undeviatingly. This is called Muni Brata. The intelligent must be very sharp. Samahita dhiya. One should always be acting in Krishna consciousness. The word etat abhyasata drita indicates that one even takes these instructions from spiritual master with great reverence. Adrita, and practices them accordingly. Adharat, sorry. So he will find this bhakti yoga process to be very, very easy. So kintu adharat anudhinam kalushaiva jushta. So adharat is what Upagoswami also gives in Nectar of Instruction. He also tells that, oh, you chant with adharat, with great reverence, right? Idamaha purasmakam Bhagavan Vishwastrikpatihi Bharva Adhina Atmajana Srikshu Samsit Srikshatam. This prayer was first spoken to us by Lord Brahma, the master of all creators. The creators, headed by Bhrigu, were instructed in these prayers because they wanted to create. So basically, this is not to become why you have to know that everything is done by Lord, then you create. Because the empowerment won't make a person proud. He will understand how it is happening. Because the tendencies we generally get affected. If anything we do, there's always a tendency that we get affected by what is what we do, what I create. I made my house, I made my family. So then we start identifying it very seriously, even though there is nothing to be proud about, but still we are proud. Even if I are sitting in a car, which is somebody else's car, and somebody is going on a road and a simple, some auto or something, there is a tendency to become proud. I am traveling in a better car. Even though it is not yours, why are you so proud? That is the tendency, that is the state of our mind. So, by reciting these things, basically what they are trying to do, because they are not doing something very simple, they are doing huge task. The whole creation is under the control of these big personalities. Bhrigu, Marichi, Atri, Vasistha. They are not some simple personalities. The demigods, they came through these personalities. You know, from all these people, they give instructions to demigods also. Demigods worship them. And what are demigods? If demigods decide that they want to stop movement of hand of all living entities, they can stop. So they are controlling each and every part of our body. The demigods, they can control. Like Vayu became upset when his son Hanuman was killed. That time he stopped the air. He can control. Nobody could breathe only. That means you can imagine what is the power. And these people are coming from the children of Marichi, Atri, and Bhrigu. They are controller. They are creating the demigods. So that means they are really very powerful personalities. For them, not to get affected by the creation is very difficult. That is the reason they pray. So all these sages are in charge of creating populations, not just humans, even demigods. Since there are not very many living entities in the beginning, Vishnu entrusted Brahma with the business of creation, and Brahma in his turn created many hundreds and thousands of demigods and grace stages to continue with the creation. At the same time, Lord Brahma uh, cautioned all his sons and disciples by reciting the prayers now recited by Lord Shiva. Because the material creation means material engagement. You see, material creation means material engagement. So this Lord Brahma is cautioned all his sons and disciples by reciting prayers. Because material creation, so this is the purpose of it. Because they are engaged in something very huge, they need to be very careful. And that's what here Brahma is doing. Cautioned all his sons and disciples by reciting the prayers, because material creation means material engagement, but material engagement can be contracted if we always remember our relationship with the Lord as that relationship is described in this prayer recited by Lord Shiva. So that is the main purpose why this prayer suggests, to help not to get affected. Otherwise, we are also creating, no? We are also dealing with metal nature also. We also get. In this way, we can remain constantly in touch with the Supreme Lord. Thus, despite our engagement in creation, we cannot be deviated from the path of Krishna consciousness. The Krishna consciousness movement is especially meant for this purpose. In this material world, everyone is engaged in some particular occupational duty which is prescribed in the Varnashram Dharma. Narana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Everyone are engaged in their occupation. But if one remembers his first duty, what is that? Keeping in constant contact with Supreme Lord, everything will be successful. So we are engaging with matter, and which is not very easy. It is very risky. See, for great personalities like Vasishtha, Marichi, Bhrugu and all, they also get affected what happens in the creation. Such great personalities. So they have to keep them aloof. For their level, that is big. For our level, our house is sufficient. We completely get carried away. But if you constantly in contact with Supreme Lord, everything will be successful. That is actually what Krishna is telling. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Sanjay is telling. Yatra Padodana, Tatra Sri Vijayabhuti. He says, wherever there is Krishna, there is success. So our success is in how much we are remembering Krishna. That means Krishna is with us. When Arjuna and Duryodhana was asked by Krishna, okay, choose between Narayani Sena and myself, Arjuna said, Krishna, I want you. Because he says that Krishna asked him, Arey Arjuna, what a foolishness. I don't find. Actually, it is said that Krishna gave 3 Akshoni Senas to Duryodhana. 3 divisions. He says, what is this foolishness? You should have chosen, so Arjuna says, my dear Lord, winning the war is not very important to me. To be with you is very important. And wherever you are, there is victory. Arjuna also says the same thing. Wherever you are Krishna, that is victory. So for us, what is success? To be with Krishna all the time. That is success. So to the degree, whether you are failure or success in life is how much we remembered Krishna, how much we stayed with Krishna, how much we chanted his name. That is success. It is not any external success. Jatayu not external success, but is successful because he remembered so Krishna. They one simply execute the rules and regulations of Varnashram Dharma in the role of Brahmana Kshatriya and keep busy and does not remember one's relationship with the Lord, one's business and activities, as well as occupation, will simply be waste of time. Dharma sunishtita pumsa vishwaksena kada na utparayadetiratim shrama eva hi kevalam. So it is just a waste of time. So in conclusion, the conclusion is that even if one is busy executing his occupation, his business in Krishna consciousness need not be hampered. He has simply to execute devotional service. So, yata pravartir bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmanam tam abhyarcha siddhim vindati manava. So Krishna is telling, by worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading, man can, in the performance of own duty, attain perfection. So this is the formula which Krishna himself suggests. So one should continue executing one's duties, but if we try to satisfy Supreme Lord by our duties, then our life is perfect. So the formula is very simple. So we continue executing our occupational duties, but we have to please the Supreme Lord. So Lord did not make things very complicated. He said, whatever you are doing, do it for me now. Whatever, how much more simple can something be than this? He is not telling to go to Himalayas, do some yoga practice, renounce your house, and take sannyas. He is not telling all these things. Whatever you are doing, do that only and do it for me. I'll accept it and you will make you perfect. In Kali Yuga, people like to dance and sing. Lord is telling, okay, sing the glories, sing the Hare Krishna mantra and dance. And I'll make that as a process of perfection. your occupational duty as a path of perfection. I know how much more simplified something can be. So this is what Krishna is doing, and he's trying to help. There's a question. Can you elaborate on the point you made? How by Lord Chaitanya's mercy we have received Hare Krishna mantra, and how just chanting mantra we release the highest. Yeah, see, whoever is giving, na, they give according to the realization. Shiva is having the realization what he's speaking now. But Chaitanya and his relationship with his Krishna is that much. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming in the mood of Radharani. So Radharani's relation with Krishna is much more deeper. So that's why she is coming and giving something more deeper thing, that is Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which gives the conjugal love. That much love can be experienced by chanting Hare Krishna. So the degree, like say now I am giving class. I know this much, so I give this much class. But somebody else comes, they speak on the same verse, they give much more deeper and much more greater realization because that is their understanding. So same thing. Shiva is coming, is telling, oh, Lord is like this. And Radharani is coming, no, Lord is much more than this. Like that. Okay, thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hope I answered your question too. Maybe you have, we can. Yes, Prabhu. You had a question. Bir Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dhanapana.
Then
Prabhu, when we say that whatever you do for Krishna, so does it restrict only to the 9 limbs or 64 limbs of devotion, or Prabhu, I mean, how it is?
oh, like I say, you are going for office and you are doing some of your household things. What is important is that you do some activity which will make your mind calm and will help you to focus on Krishna. And then the result is, we are not giving the result to Krishna, we only do for Krishna. Like you have to maintain your family. You think it is Krishna has given me, I have to maintain family for the pleasure of Krishna. So there is a difference between giving the result to Krishna and doing it for Krishna. Now, if I beat my wife and scold my children and beat my children, will Krishna will be happy? No. Then what he will be happy? If I take care of them nicely, Krishna will be happy. So your main thing is to please Krishna. That's why you are doing. Means you are conscious that it is for Krishna. So that is the main task. Generally, we are not conscious. We do and say, okay, I did for Krishna. No,
Yes,
any
Prabhu,
activity, whether this
that I
will please,
understand. That I understand, Prabhu.
yeah.
Our whole, I mean, whole consciousness is to please Krishna in whatever activity we are doing. But Prabhu, it doesn't fall in direct devotional limb. No? That's my point.
No, bro. See, like say you are working, you work for which company?
I'm working for Goa shipyard.
So now you are working for it. Now, whole day, whatever you work, it is for the company only, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
And now the company wants you to take some break, go home, take some rest, and coming work tomorrow also.
Yes.
So now, if it is giving you break, that is also part of. Now, can you take another job parallelly? No, it is not allowed. You are already booked for it. You cannot take two jobs. It is not legal. That means we are also booked for Krishna. Whatever we do only for Krishna. So it is part of serving Krishna only. So if you're taking rest so that you are good health, good energy, so that you can work. Same thing we do with Krishna also. I want to take rest so that morning I will wake up and chant nicely. I want to have some money so that I'll have some nice offering to Krishna and serve Krishna by offering Krishna, by eating with. So this is this is also part of bhakti only, but this is not direct direct bhakti, but it is what do you call what do you call this bhakti? Hmm.
It's I feel, bro, it's like, is it like, I mean, karma around happening because of this activity, or we are fall in karma, I mean, Mr. Bhakti? I feel that way, bro.
No, bro.
Mm.
Uh, This is called what do you, uh, what do you call
Arop Siddha
Aropa
Bhakti?
Siddha Bhakti. Yeah, Aropa Siddha Bhakti. Yeah,
Mm. But Arop Siddha
this is
Bhakti cannot
Aropa.
be Arop Siddha Bhakti, bro. It cannot be called pure devotion, no?
But we have to do it. You don't have option. Now,
Mm-hmm.
can you go just a whole day sit at Radhakund and chant? Can
Mm-hmm.
you do that? We cannot do, na. We are not qualified for it. So we have to do Aropa Siddha Bhakti only.
Right, right, right. Right, bro. Thank
Because
you.
we are
Thank
not
you.
qualified for it, we start with Arop Siddha Bhakti. Slowly, the Arop Siddha Bhakti, the that leaves that will reduce, and we will get Swarup Siddha Bhakti. We will reach Swarup Siddha Bhakti. The time for Swarup Siddha Bhakti increases as the
Right.
age progress. It should happen.
Yes. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Then.
Uh, Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila